So it is day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas.
We're starting to dance a little bit. Every night Dave shows us a fabulous light display in our area. And tonight he's along Eagleson Court in Sacramento. Dave, take it away.
All right, yeah, it's Eagleson Court and Twin Falls. We're out here in Sacramento. I'm going to come here past the fire towers and catch up with Tony, the man, the inspiration behind a brilliant display that gets brighter and brighter every year. And before we go off to video, there's an interesting story behind this. Tell us a little bit about why you keep making your lights brighter and brighter every year.
Well, I actually am legally blind. I have macular degeneration, so I don't see very well at all. And as a result, I continue to add more and more lights so that the effect is greater on me. Even though everybody else gets to see this wow fact, I get the, oh, okay, cool. So I add more and more so I get a chance to get that effect that everybody else does.
All right, well, let's go to the wow factor for you and everybody else. Tell us a little bit about how long does it take to put these up out here? Because you got a lot of lights.
Yeah, it takes me probably about 100 hours, maybe a little bit more. I start just after Halloween when I take down the Halloween decorations and spend several hours a day and then start ramping it up afterwards towards the end, about 5 to 8 hours a day. And it's well worth it because I get to see all the neighborhood kids coming by and running through the lights and playing and screaming and have a good time. And it really makes me feel like I'm experiencing those lights that same way.
And I'm sure a lot of people are saying, well, if you're challenged a little bit with your vision, how do you design this?
Yeah, they do. They're actually pretty impressed and they want to know how I do it. And I end up doing like an Einstein experiment where I do a mental envision of what it's going to look like and lay it out in my head and then go ahead and put it out on the lawn or put it out in the yard, and hopefully it looks exactly like I think it's going to look in my head.
Well, so, if this is what's in your head, it's beautiful, baby. It's fantastic.
It's crowded in there.
All right, Tony Levy, thank you so much for sharing your lights. We're going to talk a little more about the weather here and see what's coming up, and we'll catch up with you and your friends and wrap up a portion of night number 3. So we'll come back out here live, and there's a look there at the corner, and let's talk about your numbers. We're coming down through the 40s and some upper 30s here in the valley, and it's getting chilly in the high country, already dropping down into the 20s up there. So pretty similar to what we've seen as of late. Let's take a look at our Pacific view, and you'll notice from the Pacific view into the futurecast, it's pretty similar to what we've been experiencing as of late. We have a blocking ridge of high pressure, some areas of cloud cover well out to the west. When you see this futurecast, you can see this high pressure just kind of parked over the top of us, barely moving. We will every now and then have a few high clouds, so we'll go with either mostly clear or mostly sunny conditions. Overnight, we'll be down into the 30s for the next several days with patchy fog and or frost. And then by the afternoon, it's plenty of sunshine and daytime highs running on into the low to mid 60s. And we'll keep those temperatures for daytime highs like that, but we'll probably lose some of the patchy fog and frost over the next, maybe by the time we hit the end of the work week. So there you go, northern San Joaquin Valley, Sacramento area, some patchy fog or frost. 60s, low 60s, mid 60s for highs, and then up toward the north, we're going to top out maybe even into the low 70s. Now for the Gold Country, a little downsloping wind tonight, then fair skies tomorrow, delightful temperatures, even from Pollock Pines all the way out toward Auburn. You're going to be well into the 60s up there, above average for most locations by about maybe 5 to 10 degrees, but it's a nice time of the year to have that happen. Similar day up in Plumas County to today, upper 40s, low 50s, single digits for Truckee, and then daytime highs in the upper 40s on into the low 50s, and then all the way down toward Yosemite, we should be topping out with sunshine right around 60 degrees, believe it or not. Then over toward the coast, it's fair skies from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. We'll top out at around the low, maybe mid 70s down towards, say, San Jose and Monterey. San Francisco will be pleasant. Look for some patchy fog and or frost to start the day out in the Delta, and then mid 60s and even low 60s all the way up to Fort Bragg. Lots of low 60s out there on the 7-day forecast, and we'll start to see the morning lows warm up a little bit to the upper 30s on into the low 40s, but the next couple of mornings we're talking about some patchy fog and or frost, and then beautiful weather after that. So beautiful weather to go along with some beautiful lights. I'll come back out here underneath the icicles. We'll catch up with Tony and the gang and say, you know what, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful light display with us and your beautiful friends. Merry Christmas! Yeah! Toss back to you guys in the studio. It's night number 3. We'll have a detailed map here in a bit of exactly where we are. Back to you.
All right, good group. Tell them hi. Dave, thanks.
All right.